In this video, I will show you how you can create a simple proximity detection in Unity 2D game. We'll be having this detection radius on each of our game objects, and when we'll get close to the other game objects, we will detect them. I will show you a small preview of this. I will run the game. I will click on my worker unit, and as I will get closer to the tower, I'll be detecting the tower. You can see in the debug logs here, tower. When I will get close to the warrior, we'll be detecting the warrior. This video is part of my full course. You can find the link in the description. If you want to set up the same project so you can start working on this, you can find the link in the description how to set up this project. Also, you can download the project and you can see also the link on the screen. Let's get into the implementation. Okay, let's stop the game. And to check if we are close to the building, we have a couple options. I will show you first the more difficult option or more complex option, and then we'll go the simpler way. Okay, so the more complex option would simply use the physics 2D and call here overlap circle all. Okay, so what this will do, for example, on my worker unit, I will be calling overlap circle all. So here's my worker, and I will specify some radius at which I want to detect. So let's say 2 units. So this will be like this, maybe 2 units are this. And this will detect the entire circle of 2 units are around the worker. And this will detect all of the objects that they have a colliders. Remember, my tower has a capsule collider, my warrior has a capsule collider, and also my worker has a capsule collider, so this will detect also my unit itself. So just simply get your unit and just call here overlap circle all, and this will detect you all of the colliders around the unit. So this will be the first step. So let's try to implement this. Okay, let's try to do it. Go to your code. This functionality will be reusable amongst the other units as well. So we'll go to our base class unit here, and we'll implement this. This will be protected. So first we have here public. Okay, here's a private, and here under will be protected. So call it, I will call it run proximity detection, run proximity object detection. Okay, so protected, and this will return us an array of colliders to D. So let's write here protected return type collider to the array, and call this method run proximity object detection. Run proximity object detection, like this. Okay, here as I said, I will call this physics 2D and overlap circle all. Overlap circle all. Well, we'll specify the origin point where the circle will be created. This will be position of our unit, so transform.position, and the radius, let's say 2, but I will specify it as the serialized field. So go up here and create here a new serialized field of type private float, and call it collider or object detection radius, m_object detection radius, and let's say default value will be 3f, 3 units, and use this object detection radius down here, and return from here this hits. So just return here this physics overlap circle all. Okay, so run proximity object detection. If you want to visually display it, the radius around the unit, we can do it. So just under here, just write here void on draw gizmos. Like this. This is a special method, part of the mono behavior. When you will call here, we can call here drawing functions, and this will be displayed in your scene. Not in your game, but only in your scene. Okay, so first we'll specify gizmos.color, so it will be the color of this, what we are going to draw. And I would like to have it blue color. Okay, so just write here new color, and blue color will be 0 for R, for red, 0 for green, and for a blue 1, and opacity change to 0.3f, like this. Okay, and then just draw sphere. Gizmos, draw sphere, where you will specify the origin point of the sphere will be our object, so transform.position, and again radius, so m_object detection radius. Okay, so we have our proximity detection method, and we have on draw gizmos, so now you should be able to see it. We're not detecting anything yet because we need to call it. All right, but you will see at least this. You don't see it, And then you need to enable gizmos. You can see this globe wire with the wireframe, this wireframe globe on the top right side. So you can see I can click and disable it. This is a part of the gizmos. That's why this method is called on draw gizmos. Okay, so that's our detection radius for all of our game objects, for our tower, for our warrior, for our builder. If we want to make it smaller, because we would like to detect the tower when we are close to it, for example, we can decrease the detection. So click on the warrior, on your worker, and you should find here under the worker unit there should be object detection radius. Now it says 3. Just decrease it to some smaller values. I don't know, let's say 1 for now. Okay, 1 is okay. All right, so here you have it. Now we just need to call it. Okay, so let's try it out. Let's get back to our code and go now to your humanoid unit. I will show you something. Here we have an update, and we would like to call this method what we have created now in an update, but I don't want to override the entire update. So I will create here a new protected method, protected void, and I will call it update behavior like this. And it can be empty. Actually, we don't need to do here anything. I'll just say here I want to call this update behavior in our update. So just write here update behavior, and I will call this. Now, if I will specify here, this is protected virtual void, I can override it in my other unit classes, and I can create here some implementation, and this will be called here in the update. What I mean by that, go to your worker unit now with this change. Okay, so access your worker unit, and I can now simply override this. So I can write here protected override, and here I am already offered update behavior. I can remove this part, and I can implement here my own implementation for update behavior. So here we can just call our proximity detection. So I'll create a wrapper for this new private method, private void, and I will call it check for close objects or detect close objects. Or check, it can be check for close objects. Okay, here we can get we can call here proximity detection. So I can call here run proximity object detection, what we have created. This is returning us the collider hits. So var hits equal run proximity detection, and I will just for now just debug log here and the hits dot length. Or actually we can display all the hits we are getting here. So just right here for each, yeah, we'll go straight to this functionality for each var hit in hits. All right, and we'll debug log here hit game. What is this writing for me here? Hit game object lowercase game object and name, and debug log it's not written because we have a wrong import here. So it should be using Unity engine and here debug log. Okay, and now in the update behavior, which will be called in update here, you can see, because we are extending humanoid unit by via worker, so this will be called, and this will call update behavior, but it will call the update behavior of our overridden method. So it will be calling this update behavior, and here we can call check for close objects. Okay, so let's save this. Get back here, and now we should be able to detect the close objects, but also ourselves. So when we will run this, you should see that we are detecting the worker, so ourselves. Now when I will move close to the tower, we should detect the tower. When I will go close to the warrior, we are detecting the warrior. Perfect. So this works. Perfect. Now I don't want to detect myself. So how to prevent this? The check is very simple. Go back to your code, and here in a check for close objects, we'll just write here one more condition to not detect ourselves. So we'll be checking if the detection of the game object that we are hitting is the same as our game object on which this worker unit class is. Then we just simply continue in the iteration and ignore this one hit. So if the hit game object is equal to this game object, so to ourselves, then simply continue and don't detect ourselves. Okay, save this. I'll just verify. Okay, I didn't import anything weird on top. Okay, let's save this now and let's get back here. Now you shouldn't see the worker. You should only see the surroundings. So the tower and the warrior. So now we'll click on the unit. There is nothing in the logs. I will go close to the tower. Detecting the tower, we are going to close to the warrior. We are detecting the warrior. So this works as expected. Okay, so that's it from this video. We'll continue next one. Cheers.